What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Tim's Sports Talk. And today we have another play-by-play, and it is the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Dallas Cowboys. A very interesting matchup that they chose before the season even started. Raiders versus the Cowboys doesn't seem like a very competitive matchup going into the season, especially when the schedule was made. Dallas still had uh, that high-powered offense and Micah Parsons and everything, but here we are. They are 3-5-1. Raiders 2-7. Rough go at it for sure. What up, Antoinette? What up, little C? How are you? What up, Austin? Hey, Tim. Tough one yesterday, but not mad, to be honest. Keep climbing down in the pick race. What up, dog? What's up, Daniel? Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I'm just glad that Matt Gay got fired. And honestly, like, I would be in a similar boat, but I'm really irritated that it seems like half the fan base is blaming the coaching staff and blaming Adam Peters, saying that they're not good. So it's just like, yeah, I mean, I would be down to ride this flow, but it is what it is. Jake Moody versus Fat Debo round 2. Yeah. This is more of a Thanksgiving game. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting. Anyway, let's go with who do you got? I mean, I gotta find myself not rooting. Excuse me, that is not what I meant to say. No, I don't even want to finish that sentence. But I'm gonna start a new sentence. Okay, I find myself finding it very hard to pick the Raiders. I don't really see it. I got my butt kicked in fantasy, by the way. Monrod did nothing. Puka mediocre. Judkins, Brees Hall. Oh, just such a mediocre week for my fantasy team. But I just don't. I mean, 40% chance according to this. It seems as though this should be a lot of points, and the Cowboys should probably run away with this, similar to how they beat us, the Commanders. Who knows? I want the Cowboys. I want the Cowboys to win the division for the. So you think it's the scheme on the defense was way better, huh? I don't believe that for a second, but you know, it's more of the competition you're playing against. But okay, fortunate play calls by them, because I mean, I feel like we got walked down the field several times, but our offense did a much better job too than recently to keep the defense off the field, keep them fresh, where they were just getting worked. Like, I mean, think about how we played in the first half against the Chiefs, right? Like, I mean, obviously then Patrick Mahomes showed up. Anyway, I digress. I don't even want to talk about the Commanders today. Okay, I don't even want to. We're gonna be talking this game. That's our plan. That's our plan tonight. We're gonna be talking about Monday Night Football. All right. Hmm. Weird. What up, Billy Mac? Cat not popping up here. Doing its own thing. Can't get rid of it. This. Close. There we go. Gonna power and whatever. What's up, guys? I want the Cowboys to win the division for the memes. That would be fun. Just because we don't want a back-to-back winner, right? Makes sense. Makes sense. All right, let's pull up the Raiders depth chart as well as the Cowboys depth charts here. Here we go. All right. And we are about to get started. There's the kick, and we're off. Like a herd of turtles. Ooh, a bobbled catch, but he does run with it the entire time. But he's only going to get to the 26-yard line, and that is where the Cowboys will start this game from Cavante Turpin's return. So Dak Prescott coming onto the field for the first time today. And it's 14:53 to go here as we get this game started. 1st and 10. Dak Prescott. Let's see here. Who's healthy for them? No Pickens and no CD Lamb. Is that even a thing? Like, are they out both? Here we go. Single back formation. Takes a snap. Hand off to Javonte. Turns straight upfield and only going to get a gain of about 2. So 2nd and 8 coming up. So interesting that Flournoy and Tolbert getting the start today. Turpin coming onto the field. They're not listed as hurt. Do I not know something? Here we go. In the shotgun. Still no Lamb or Pickens. 3 receivers bunch to the right side. And in motion. Takes a snap. Handoff up the middle here. A little shaking and bacon is Williams, who will fight forward past the 30. Just past the 31-yard line. Yeah, there they are. CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens on the bench. Not sure what that's about. They're not starting tonight. Did they? Okay, very interesting. 3 receivers to the right side. Ferguson to the left. Tight to the line. Javonte Williams in the backfield in the shotgun as Dak takes the snap, drops back to pass. 4-man rush, steps up, avoiding the rush, rolling to his right side now. And a holding call comes out. He throws it downfield and nearly throws an interception. And what in the world? Why are they not putting CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens in the game right now? What? Holding, so penalty will be declined. 4th and 4. Huh? The Joe Buck and Troy Aikman also don't understand it. That is crazy. Hey, Tim, my take on Spitgate. That is the lowest form of disrespect. No matter what name you're called, spitting supersedes it all. I mean, I don't know about supersedes at all, but it's definitely not good. I totally agree it's worse than words, though. Words are words. They're fine. Here comes the kick. There's the kick from Anger. Back to receive is Tucker. And he's going to catch it. Jump step to the right. And he'll get up to the 31-yard line for Trey Tucker. And that is where the Raiders will start this next drive with 13:21 to go here in the first quarter. But as far as like what, Jamar Chase spit on Ramsey or something like that? Ridiculous. Interesting. So it was not injury related. 13:21 to go here in the first. Under center, 2 receivers each way, takes the snap, play action, rolling to his left, steps up into the pocket, throws it backside to the right, and has his man is Brock Bowers. 1st and 10 up to the 49-yard line, and here come the Raiders. It says active. What up, Robert? What's up, Stacy? How are you? You got 23 of you in the chat early. Appreciate you. If you haven't already, hit the like button. Single back formation here. Bastion Genty stands tall. Takes a snap. Handoff to Genty. Nice jump step, but he gets walloped in the backfield. And I hope he's okay. I always hate when they get rolled up on like that. It always scares me a little bit, but I do believe he got up and he's going to be just fine. So he's going to lose a yard on the play. 2nd down and 11 coming up. Second and 11. 12:15 to go here in the first quarter. Yeah, the offensive line is just absolutely beat up as well for the Raiders. Not that they were any good to begin with. So that's rough. 2 receivers each way in the shotgun here. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. Looking. Quick throw to the left side. It'll be caught. High catch. Tucker does bring it in. And they will give him a gain of 3. So that's up 3rd down and 8. What up, Raiden? How are you? Virginia Tech back on the rise now. Ooh. Interminster Sandman. What's going on with it? Big 10 here. All right, here we go. 3rd down and 8. Under center. No, he's going into the shotgun is Gino. 3 receivers to the right side. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. Steps up. Pressure. And Gino slips it. Throws underneath. It'll be bobbled and then caught is Michael Mayer. And he's going to be way shy of the 1st down marker. Let's see if they go for it just past midfield here. Or will they punt it and play the field position game? What's up, Brian? Hey, Tim, do you think the Commanders will win another game this year? Yes, I do. And I'm irritated with the fan base, so I'm just going to focus on this game tonight. Here we go. 10:45 to go here in the fourth quarter. The first quarter, 4th and 6. Comes the punt, so they will settle. Is A.J. Cole. There's the punt. So you can't pin him back deep. And it will be inside the 8 and down at the 4. Beautifully done by McCollum there. And the Cowboys will have a long way to go. 96 yards, in fact. And here comes CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens. So they sit on the sidelines for the first series, and then they're back. It looks like Brian, what's his name, Schottenheimer? He's trying to make a statement saying, this is my team, not yours. Eagles might not need game 17 rest starters potentially. Yeah, in this well, what's the rest of the NFC looking like? And I saw you because I think they do. Oh man, it feels like that sometimes for sure. So they will not, or I mean to win the division, they can sit their starters, but to get the number 1 seed, it'll be very interesting to see how competitive that is. You have the Eagles, Rams, both 8-2. Bears right now currently sitting at 7-3. Obviously, they'll have a commanding lead over a team like the Lions. They just beat them. Lions are 2 games behind already, so essentially they're 3 games behind going into week 12. Tampa, yeah, not so much. It's 6-4. They've had too many injuries this season. Seahawks, they just lost to the Rams. They're still 7-3. So will they get enough wins to be able to sit their starters to beat a team like the Rams? Did they play each other already this year? I don't remember. They did. Okay, well, that's big. That is big news. So the Eagles did beat the Rams earlier. So in that case, that's going to make it even tougher for the Rams. They have to get a game ahead of them to break that tie. Unless there's a 3-way tie and it goes to some sort of conference game matchup or something. But, yeah. That'll show them out for 1 drive. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Depends. There's a way to do that can mean something where it's like, look, I don't hate you guys. I'm not yelling at you guys. It is what it is. But, you guys broke the rules. I have to do it. Takes a snap. Handoff up the middle is Williams. Williams slips through tackles and diving near the 1st down marker. And a nice 1st down play there for the Cowboys to get the ball out of harm's way at the 4-yard line. Pickens was not on the field anyway. Now CeeDee Lamb will go off the field. So they're looking to run the ball potentially here on 2nd and short. I'm not really one to like punish people, I guess you could say. Single back formation, takes the snap, handoff up the middle. Here's Williams. Williams will get the first down with just the offensive line play there, but not much else. He'll get to about the 15-yard line, and that is where he will stop. All right. 9.5 to go here in the first quarter. Could be some in-house discipline. Yeah. Like, I mean, if there's a punishment that's already built in that's discussed that everybody knows when they break this rule, then this will happen. Okay. Man in motion's the fullback, takes a snap, play action. Dak, great protection up front, pumping. Now pressure comes late. He has to just get rid of it. The ball comes out. Uh-oh, the Raiders jump on it, and it's going to be Raider ball unless that arm was coming forward. But Max Crosby will not give up, and he's going to get the sack fumble, and the Raiders will potentially have it at the 15-yard line. Prescott's looking up at the screen, thinking that he threw it. It kind of looked like he threw it. Let's take a look here. Oh, no, that's a fumble. That is totally a sack fumble by Max Crosby. Huge. Great coverage. Alamau on CeeDee Lamb out of the safety spot, right where he wanted to be. Great call by the defensive coordinator, putting his guys in the correct position. And here we go. It is going to be Raiders football here. First and 10 from the 15 here in the red zone. Oh, yeah. That is definitely a fumble. That ball is way loose as soon as he's hitting it. That will be Raider football. What's up, Eleanor? How are you? Max Crosby's a monster. He really is. All right, they confirm it. Here we go. They hurry up to the line. In the shotgun is Geno Smith. They shift to 3 receivers to the right now. Ginty on his right as well in the backfield. Geno takes a snap, drops back, blitz coming, pumping. Good, decent protection, but he couldn't get rid of it quickly, and the protection collapses. It's Kenny Clark that comes up and gets the sack, and it's going to be 2nd and 17 at Dallas's 22-yard line. Take a look. Can he get rid of it? Yeah, another decent coverage there by his zone defense. Right where they want to go, and no good. All right, here was the snap from Geno, stepping up, going to swing it out there to Ginty. Ginty will run up the left sideline and get some of those yards back that they just lost from the sack. So 3rd down and long coming up here for the Raiders. All's good? Good. 31 of you in the chat. I see a bunch of people commenting, but only 5 likes. You guys are mostly regulars. Come on, hit the like button for me. Appreciate you. It helps get the video out to more people. In the shotgun is Geno. Man in motion here. Bowers from left to right. Receivers bunch to the right now. Takes the snap. Drops back to pass. Looking. Geno going to the end zone. And looking for the back shoulder of the middle of the field for Tucker. And Tucker was expecting it to go more towards the opposite post. 4th and 12. Let's take a look at this. Does he have Tucker if he throws it maybe slightly earlier? Oh, yeah, he has it right now. Oh, wait, what? Just not on the same page there with him and Tucker. I would have thrown it over to the left shoulder, but he tried to go to the right, and Tucker was thinking the left shoulder as well. Carlson for the field goal attempt, 35-yarder. The snap, the hold, the kick is up, and the kick is good. Right down the middle. That thing didn't knuckle at all. Beautiful kick for Daniel Carlson. So Carlson will put the Raiders on the board first here. 3-0 with 7:55 to go here in the first quarter. Fire clip, of course. I didn't know you put the Raiderettes up against the Cowboy cheerleaders any day. Yeah. Sorry about that. Heard my wife struggling to get up the steps with my two boys, so figured I'd help. Not enough Smash Mouth, of course. Tim, would you sign Tucker to kick? No. The season is not nearly. We're not in a spot that it matters. And I would not just risk my credibility to bring in a kicker for a losing season. No, I'm good on Justin Tucker. Like if we were 8-3 right now, and like looking for somebody to potentially win us the whole thing, like now I would have to consider it because at the end of the day, we have to put the best players on the field, and even then I may not do it, but it's just that you consider it, depending on what your options are. But it's no, I'm not doing that. All right. 7:55 to go in the first quarter. Dallas will get the ball back. Turpin back to receive. See if we can see an explosive Turpin play. There's the kick. And a little bouncer to him. Scoops it up. A little shaking and baking. And spun down at about the 31-yard line. Can you come say hi? Come here. Nope, we're going the other way now. Here we go. 7:50 to go in the first quarter. Dak Prescott goes in shotgun. Williams on his left. Scanning the field. Takes a snap. Looking to pass. Quick throw to the right side. Has his man is George Pickens. And George Pickens will get his first catch of the day, and that's good for a first down across midfield. George Pickens, man. He's a dog. He's a dog. Loved that guy coming out of Georgia. All right. 1st and 10 at Dallas's 46. Single back formation. Man in motions Ferguson. Right to left. Takes the snap. Handoff to Williams. Williams slides through the line and gets a gain of about 3. Seven minutes to go here in the first quarter. Seven. Patrick Graham. 4th year as defensive coordinator, really? Takes a snap. Play action. Dak rolling to his left side. Checks it down underneath the Lupke. Lupke turns upfield, and he will get spun down for a gain to the 39-yard line. Gain of 15 on the play. And the Cowboys making their move into Raiders territory for the first time tonight. They hurry up to the line. Single back formation. Takes the snap. Hand off to Williams. Williams will slip the first arm tackle and then dive ahead for a gain of 8 to the 31-yard line. See if the Cowboys continue to put the pressure on the Raiders defense. New kicker like you wanted, Tim, Jake Moody. It is what it is. He's over in Chicago now, so it is what it is. 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 2nd and 2. And in motion. Ferguson takes the snap, drops back to pass, looking quick throw, batted down at the line and nearly intercepted. Oh, man, it batted down by, I believe, number 99, and number 97 had his hands on it and nearly came away with an interception. Little bang-bang play trying to go for the slant. But a nice stunt, timed right. Oh, my goodness, number 97. Oh, he couldn't get the interception. They're down in 3 here for Dallas. 5:47 to go in the first quarter. 3 receivers bunch to the left side, takes the snap, drops back to pass, pumping, rolling to his left, keeps his eyes downfield, pressure coming late, has to get rid of it, and just goes to CD, incomplete, out of bounds. And the Raiders defense holds firm to not allow a touchdown, but Here comes the guy that can kick from a mile away, Brandon Aubrey. Hi. Here comes the kick from the 40, so it'll be a 50-yard attempt here. Snap the hold, the kick is up, and the kick is good. And it is 3-3 now. All knotted up here in Las Vegas. Oh. Santos was back. Ooh, I love the addition of Moody. Forgot Cairo Santos is back. Oh. Do with the Bears. So for the Bears, he went 8 for 9. No 50-plus yard attempts. He was only 4 for 9 for 50-plus for San Francisco. Well, 6 for 12 in his whole career. That's why I said Moody and Debo going to fight again. Gotcha. I didn't even think he was a possibility. What are you doing over there? What are you doing? You showing up the thighs? Hello and bubbly. Beer. What you know about beer? What you know about beer? Ah. Debo cultivated all the mass to beat him up. Whee! Speaking of kickers, how did the Skins get rid of Zane Gonzalez? Saw him kick the game winner versus Carolina. I don't think Zane Gonzalez is some awesome kicker. Moody's interesting. He's got a big leg. He could develop. And that kid over here, yeah. All right, there's the kick. Caught around the 5-yard line. Straight ahead. Little shaking and bacon. Gonna get spun down at the 27-yard line. That is where Geno Smith and the Raiders will come back running on the field. See if they can't take it to this Cowboys defense. They're pissed at Zane because of the Cowboy game, yeah. It is Cowboy. 7 versus. I just put him on stream. Takes a snap, fakes the pitch to the left, rolling to the right, turns upfield, has a nice gain on first down. To number 18 is Beck. Jack Beck. Not familiar with his game at all. Let's take a look at here at Jack Beck. Second round pick this last season, or last draft. He comes from TCU. Great play action there. Faking the pitch, turning to the right, wide open underneath. Jack Beck. And in motion is Bowers, left to right, 3 tight end set. Takes the snap, play action again. Geno going to the right side, has his man back shoulder. Is Brock Bowers. Another first down. And here go the Raiders. Do we have his favorite teams playing right now? 4:12 to go here in the first quarter. First and 10. Single back formation. 3 tight ends on the right side. Takes the snap. Play action again. Going to his right. Throws on the move again. And he's going to be caught for another first down. Here go the Raiders. Thomas. No way. Did he just throw... Oh my gosh. Did he throw the flag for delay of game? No. He spun the ball on the ground. The ref looked angry about it. It looked like the ref was grabbing at his flag to throw it, but I guess he didn't actually do it. So it's going to be first and 10 at the Dallas 17. Empty backfield set. Here goes Genty back into the backfield. 2 tight ends on the right. 2 receivers out wide to the left. Takes the snap, fakes the pitch again. And now he's going to sling it out there to Genty. Genty, one-on-one, has to just go out of bounds. And Overshown, making sure he does not get loose. So second down and long coming up here for the Raiders. Raiders seem to always have good tight ends. Is that true? Oh, yeah, Waller was there for a while. No. Even though I don't view him as a tight end. Geno in the shotgun. 2 receivers each way at the 21-yard line now. 2nd and 14. Takes the snap. Drops back to pass. Stepping up. Throwing over to the right side. And he's going to be batted down for Tucker. Turn the light off. Here, just bring him to me. Bring him to me. Bring him to me. Here, dinosaur. All right, in the shotgun here is Geno. 3 receivers to the left. At the 21-yard line, 3rd down and 14. Takes a snap. Here comes the blitz. Stepping up, pressure, and he gets there. Down goes Geno again. And this will be a Carlson. Uh-oh. No, okay. Sorry. When he was pointing at me in that way, and like he looked like he was disappointed, I thought the ref threw a flag for unnecessary roughness or some nonsense that would have occurred. He does tackle him a little high into the helmet. I've seen that called before, but not this time. So Carlson will come in for the field goal attempt. 45-yard attempt on 4th and 20. Make this a 6-3 game from the left hash. Snap, the hold, the kick is up, and the kick is good. Hugs the left side of the upright. Raiders up 6-3. Dave Casper, Hall of Fame tight end from the Raiders. That's pretty good. Oh, snap. Hall of Fame tight ends. You got to love that. We got the 7th. Teams behind us. They can win. Oh, yeah. Everybody's got a good kicker except us. I don't think that's true, but... $44 of you hanging out in the chat. Appreciate you being here. If you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe. All right. The ball is moving pretty decent for both teams. Of course, you had the turnover for Dallas. But nobody's been able to punch it into the end zone yet tonight. 3 field goals, 2 for the Raiders, 1 for the Cowboys. If the Cowboys can't make a change here. I got the bye week beating us on this Sunday. You ain't lying, dude. Can they? Can we do that? Can we forfeit the bye week? Get an extra loss? That would be an interesting idea, right? And not that I'm suggesting this should actually happen, but imagine like the thought process and strategy of like, all right, you're on the 50-50, right? You're around 500 right now. Like, could make a push for the playoffs or something like that. And they made a rule that on your bye week, you can decide if you were going to take a W or take a loss. And you can choose basically if you want to try to fight for the number one overall pick or choose to fight for the number or for the playoffs. And like a team on the bubble, you'd have a decision to make or something like that. That'd be interesting. There's the kick, and it will be caught here by Turpin at the 2. Runs down the left numbers, turns towards the middle of the field, cuts back towards the numbers, and he will fight forward to about the 32-yard line. And that is where Dak Prescott and the Cowboys will start this next drive here, 1st and 10. Next Monday night, we got the Niners versus the Panthers. The Panthers have been such a weird team. They're a hard team to predict. It seems like week in and week out, they either are the worst team in the NFL or they just upset a team they have no business upsetting. They're a weird unit over there. Single back formation here. Takes the snap. Play action. Rolling to his right now. Steps up into the middle of the pocket. Stays underneath. And it's George Pickens wide open at midfield. And the Cowboys get a good first down to start this drive. Wouldn't be a Washington team without a kick from, yeah. All right. Takes the snap. Dak looking. Going to his right. He's going to throw on the move and has him again. Another George Pickens completion near the 35-yard line this time. The George Pickens, who was sat along with CeeDee Lamb on the opening drive, now has 3 catches for 46 yards so far in this first quarter. All right. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They're going to give him the 34. Tolbert in motion left to right. Takes a snap. Handoff up the middle here. Straight ahead. Pushing the pile forward is the backup running back for the Cowboys, which is number 43. Interesting. He's not even listed on the depth chart. 43? Who the heck is 43? He's not even listed on my depth chart. Did I read that right? I thought I said 43. Did it not? Maybe it was Williams and I'm crazy? No, it was Williams. I swear I saw 4. I'm just crazy. Here we go. 2nd and 5, takes the snap. Hand off to the right side is Williams. Williams running to the right, and he will fall forward for a gain of 10. Did I see it? 43? Malik Davis. I did see a 43. Okay. Malik Davis. Oh, interesting. He's listed as 21, but I swear he's wearing 43 today. He was 21 on this depth chart, too. What is he listed on this? Does it say? Yeah, number 43. So he changed his numbers for today's day just to mix us all up. Tim, who is your favorite Straw Hat Pirate? What? Huh? Hmm? Did you see the amazing stadium they played in with the retractable grass sections? I did see the talking about that. That was crazy. I missed this. Monday. I feel like I was a bit. Heck. was going to say Zorro. Would y'all A, rest JD5 and Terry for the rest of the year, or B, play him for reps? I don't care about resting. Yeah, Terry can play. Terry should play, or Terry doesn't need to play. He's in a vet, 31 years old. Like, he's seen what he's seen. If you want to rest him, I'm fine with that. You already paid him a crap ton of money, and he's only got a couple of years left. So potentially having a catastrophic injury for him could be obviously catastrophic. But Jaden Daniels, if he's healthy, he needs to play. He's got so much to learn. Watching the tape on him, just go watch the Kurt Warner video. He's missing so much stuff. He needs to play so bad. But again, you guys are sucking me in to continue to talk the Commanders. I just need to focus on tonight's game. Or focus on the boy. We say hi? Hi, stream. Hi. Hi. All right, Dak Prescott in the shotgun. And in motion is CeeDee Lamb. 3 receivers to the left now. Takes the snap, 1st and 10. Floating it to the end zone, going to the right side, and doesn't even give Pickens a chance. Man, he makes an insane one-handed catch. Insane. But Dak Prescott throws him out of bounds. Look at this nastiness. George Pickens, dude. People wonder why I wanted this guy on my team when that year he was coming out. I would have drafted this guy in the 1st round. Stud. 6'3", runs a 4.4, incredible hands. Yeah, this dude's the full package. I hate that he's on the Cowboys now. Gosh darn. 2nd and 10. Dak scanning the field. 2 receivers each way. Takes the snap. Makes the pitch. Steps up. Throws it to the right side. Has his man wide open is CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb. How do you leave that guy wide open? 18-yard catch, and the Cowboys go up 9-6, pending an extra point. 14:51 to go in the 2nd quarter, and we're off. They should make the bottom 4 teams play for draft picks order. The problem is that the players don't give a crap about, like, that's the problem. It's the GMs and the coaches. Here's the extra point from Aubrey. The snap, the hold, the kick is up, and the kick is good. And it's now 10-6, Cowboys on top. Saw Quan playing less snaps this past game. Interesting. Down and down. Trying to take a gamble. He likes to, like, yeet himself. He'll just all of a sudden be like, nah. Hey, look at that. Look at that. Hi. Billy? Hi, the chat? Hey, Billy. Billy. Real grass or artificial turf at new stadium? Anyone know? I mean, I'd be shocked if they go artificial turf with all the complaints. That'd be pretty crazy to me. He is growing. Yep, he's getting there. He's getting there. He's in the 1 percentile for most. I think it was like 4 percentile in weight, 1 percentile in height, and 1 percentile in head size. A tiny little head. No more Commanders talk. We're a Wizards chat now. I don't want to talk basketball either. Wemby's out for several weeks. What the fudge nuggets? I drafted him 2nd overall. Drafted the alien. He's hurt. I drafted Paolo Banchero. He's hurt. in the second round. I drafted Zion Williamson in the third round. He's hurt. And Kobe White is finally back to playing, but he's been hurt to start the season. And my first four rounds of draft picks hurt. Raiders are desperately need to improve their O-line. It's atrocious. Yeah. What was that guy's name? Leatherwood? Leatherwood didn't pan out for him. He was a first-round tackle they drafted out of Alabama. I don't know if have they drafted other first-round pick linemen lately? They drafted left. No, this is Cowboys. Sorry, hold on. There's the kick, and it's going to be caught at the 12-yard line. To the left side is Mostert. Trying to get loose. He's going to get tripped up at the 31-yard line. Mostert on carry. No, they haven't done anything to draft for their O-line. Oh, my goodness. They have their starting left guard as a third. DJ Glaze is a third on right tackle, and then the other three are free agents. I don't hate Stone Forsythe, though. He's out of Florida. Yeah, he's a huge mammoth out of Florida. 6'7", 310 pounds. In the shotgun, three receivers to the right. Man in motion from right to left here. Gino in the shotgun takes a snap, play action, pressure coming, steps up, avoids it, pumping. Gino will keep it, and Gino will slide at about for a 7 or 8 yard gain. Reach your vitals. Wow. Hopefully our stadium will be a first of its kind. Hockey? What about hockey? Can we talk about hockey, I guess is what you're asking? It's the formation. Three receivers to the right. Takes a snap. Handoff up the middle. Here is Mostert. Mostert will just fight through the middle to get the first down. Moves the chains. 1st and 10 at the Raiders' 42-yard line. Under 14 to play here in the second quarter. Yeah, my fantasy hockey team lost last week, too. I'm just down right now, man. Sports are bad. Sports down bad. Single back formation. Takes the snap. Hand up. Nope. Play action. Rolling to his left side. Going to get rid of it quickly. And, oh, that may have gotten tipped at the line. Tucker tried to slide to dive for it behind him. Did not work out. Incomplete as it lands in front of him. Should have concept by January. What's that? Oh, for the stadium. Got it. All right. 2nd and 10. Takes a snap. Delayed handoff up the middle here is Genty. Genty's loose. Genty, first down. And spun down for a gain of about 11 or 12. Deron Bland in on the tackle. Up to Dallas's, now down to Dallas's 47-yard line as he crosses midfield. Over 13 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Real grass is the only way. I've heard all the excuses for not winning. Single back formation here. Smith takes the snap. Play action. Pressure is going to get rid of it immediately underneath, but Genty couldn't bring it in. And it will be now 2nd and 10. That's right. Is Quinnen Williams playing tonight for Dallas? He is. Man, those two defensive tackles, they really went all out on those D tackles. It's really sad for the Cowboys that also Marshawn Nealon ended his life. That sucks because he was a decent edge rusher in the 2nd round pick for them too. Without Micah Parsons, they could actually have had a decent O-line. Or sorry, D-line. Takes a snap. Gino looking, pumping, and trying to slip the sack, but he will go down. And guess who? Quinnen Williams. The man they just traded for from New York comes away with the sack. You just talk about him. There's Jerry Jones smiling about it. 3rd and 19 as the Raiders will have a long way to go. Tim, do you see Cam Sketabo got in a fight with Dominic Mysterio on Monday Night Raw? No. Two receivers each way. And the shotgun here. Takes a snap. Four-man rush. Stepping up. Pumping. And runs into his own lineman. Then checks it down. And he's just going to have an incomplete pass as number 21 knocks it away from Genty. And the Raiders will have to settle to punt here on a drive that looked like it was going to be a decent run. But there you go. $12 to go here in the second and quarter. Cowboys will get the ball back here. Turpin back to receive. Cole should be in a position where he could pin them back deep, but let's take a look. Gino's horrible. I'd rather see Kenny Pickett play. I think it's more the fact that his offensive line gives him zero time. Gino's not a bad quarterback. I wouldn't say awful, but I mean, obviously he's not a top 10 or top 15 quarterback, but you know, if he was in, like, if you swapped teams right now of Jalen Hurts and Geno Smith, here comes the kick from Cole. There's the punt. And a low kick. He's going to give Turpin a chance to return at the 8. He's going to zigzag, and he then gets walloped at the 21-yard line. I hope he's okay. Looks like maybe some head-to-head contact. Teammates help him up, and jogs off the field. Here comes the Cowboys offense here now, up currently 10-6 with 11:49 to go in the second quarter. Can the Raiders do anything to slow them down now that the Cowboys scored their first touchdown? There was a Jets player who got shot outside a club over the weekend. Gee. Tim, do you think Ravens, Chiefs, and Lions will make the playoffs? Yes. What, are they like currently out of the playoffs or something right now in the standings or something? Look at the playoff standings here. Playoffs? Chiefs are 5-5 is crazy. But yeah, they're only one game out of the playoffs. Like, are they gonna, like, is Jacksonville really gonna keep them out? The Broncos are gonna keep them. Like, they're not winning the division. Broncos just won yesterday over them, and now they're 9-2. Like, they're essentially 5 games up on the Chiefs with they have 6 games left to go. So they would have to have the most epic collapse you've ever seen. But like, I find it hard to believe that the Chiefs don't find their way in. Now the Ravens, well, you know what? Now that I'm thinking it through, the Chiefs and the Ravens almost both can't make it. I don't see the Bills and the Chargers completely falling off. Dude, the Chiefs could miss the playoffs? That's how strong the AFC is. That's even though the Chiefs are just having a bad year. I mean, 5-5 is not good for them. Who did they lose to? Wow, they lost to Jacksonville. And they lost to Buffalo. And they lost to the Chargers. All the teams that they're competing with in the wild card, those are the 3 teams in the wild card spots right now, and they've lost to all of them. Now that does make it interesting. Wow. Okay, so they got the Colts, Dallas, Houston Chargers, Tennessee, Denver, Raiders. Chiefs will make the playoffs and they'll complain to the NFL to expand. Yeah. Wow. That's interesting. Oh yeah, what I forgot to play also is Weddle at the end of the first quarter, but we'll do it after this drive. All right, single back formation here is Dak Prescott. Kill, 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 Dak says. 2 receivers each way. Takes the snap. Hand off to Williams. Williams turns upfield and woof! Gets walloped for a 1-yard loss. Roberts comes up and lays the big hit. And 2nd and 11 coming up here for the Cowboys at their own 20. All right. Oof. Williams was airborne because of Max Crosby, though. But yeah, took care of business on Landon Roberts. All right. Over 11 minutes to go here at their own 20. Two receivers each way. In the shotgun, takes the snap. Blitz coming. Quick throw to the right side. Has his man, George Pickens. Turns upfield. And he's going to manhandle him for a first down. And that'll move the chains here for the Cowboys as George Pickens just carries Eric Stokes for 11 yards. First down to the 32-yard line. 31 of the Cowboys. Has our Sunday night game against the Broncos in week 2 been flexed to an early game in 2 weeks? Oh, I have no. Probably not. They want to put the Broncos in prime time. Man in motions Ferguson from right to left, takes the snap, play action. Looking, stepping up, pressure. He's going to try to check it down, and he catches it as Ferguson. Ferguson will turn upfield, and he will turn it into a 5-yard gain from what it looked like was going to be an incomplete pass. Does this hit the turf? Let's take a look. Yeah, this hit the turf. It's incomplete. Incomplete. No, he sold it. Good for him. Good for Ferguson selling it. So now 2nd and 10, incomplete. Hope it flexes to 1, yeah. All right, at the 31-yard line. Single back formation, 3 receivers bunch to the left side. Ferguson motions, left or right, takes the snap, looking to throw. Quick throw underneath. It'll be caught by Pickens. And Pickens will be dragged down by number 45. I believe it was. It's White, Devin White. Right? Devin White finds himself over here. Middle linebacker, former Tampa Bay Buccaneer, Super Bowl champion. 10 minutes to go here in the second quarter. 3rd down and 4. 3 receivers bunch to the left side at their own 38. Takes the snap, drops back to pass. Quick throw over to the left side. Has his man is CeeDee Lamb. And CeeDee Lamb will get the Cowboys across midfield to the 48-yard line. 1st and 10, Cowboys. They aren't flexing the game. The NFL already said it. Yeah, it doesn't shock me. Yeah, I mean, we're playing a 9-2 team. They want to watch the 9-2 team. All right, single back formation. Takes the snap, handoff to the left side is Davis, and Davis will slip a tackle and get near the first down marker. They're going to say he's a half-yard short. All right, 2nd and 1. Under center is Dak, takes the snap, hand off to Williams. Williams with a nice jump cut. He will get the first down, fighting for more, and he will gain the yard that he needed. Eek day. Trying to figure out why he changed his number to 43. Did they trade for somebody that wanted number 21? Is that what it was? 1st and 10. And in motions, Ferguson takes the snap, play action. Dak Prescott throws off his back foot and drops it in the bucket to CeeDee Lamb, and they go back into the red zone here with under 8 minutes to play in the second quarter. Bell loves to embarrass us on national TV. Yeah. They're going to get him down to the 14-yard line. All right, single back formation. 3 receivers bunch to the right side. Man in motion is Lepke. Back to the right now. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle is Williams. Williams will get tackled for no gain. Crosby grabbing at his ankles, as well as, I believe it was White in on the tackle. Yep, Crosby and White not letting him get loose. So there's 7 minutes to go now in the second quarter. Nice drive brewing here for the Cowboys. 9 plays, 65 yards. So about 5 minutes off the clock. Second and 10. 2 tight ends on the left, 2 receivers to the right. Takes the snap, drops back to pass, looking to his left. Now he's going to swing it to Williams. Williams turns upfield just to try to get something. And good swarm defense there by the Raiders to not let him get anywhere. 3rd down and 10 now, coming up for the Cowboys. Now we're going 9 and 8. Yeah. Right, 3 receivers to the right. Man in motion's chirping. Right to left, now back to the right. Dak changing the play at the line, giving us a choke symbol. See? 2 seconds to the play clock. Takes the snap, drops back to pass, looking. Has time, going to check it down to Lepke, and Lepke will spin off the first tackler and get closer to the first down, about 1.5 yards short. And now the Cowboys will have a decision to make. I think they're going to go for it here. There he goes. Yep, and analytics are saying to go for it. They're just inside the 6-yard line. They got to get to the 4. It's the Raiders defense that has certainly not been very good. And they will call timeout here to make sure they have the right play dialed up, I suppose. 5:19 to go. Let's go ahead and hop in to here. So the first touchdown pass was to Lamb. So we'll start with CeeDee Lamb. All right, we're a 6'3", 6'4" receiver, older. First name that comes to my mind is Scantling. Eldad. Hurt or something? Okay, he's hurt, he must be. Okay. Let's see, what other AFC wide receivers that are 6'3" or 6'4"? Gotta be an older receiver as well. Up is 6 in the NFC anyway. All right, 3 receivers bunch to the right side. 4th and 1.5. Takes a snap, drops back to pass. Dak throws it over the middle of the field, and wide open is Jake Ferguson. And you see the Raiders jumping in disappointment, and the Cowboys extend their lead to 10, pending an extra point with a 5-yard touchdown catch right over the middle of the field to Jake Ferguson. Just finds that soft spot in the zone. Easy money. Nobody's coming over to help. The safety's ticked off. He didn't get there in time. And it will be 16-6. Here comes the extra point. The snap. Wait a minute. Oh, dead. It looks like it's going to be a false start, so the extra point will be a little bit more difficult, but we all know Brandon Aubrey can kick it from a million. Ooh, Sutton's a great answer. That's a great answer. Well, what number is Sutton? Yeah, he's 14. Sutton's a great answer. Braden, oh, it's not Sutton. I love that answer, though. That was a really good answer. Okay, so a 31 or 32-year-old not in the AFC West. Here's the extra point. The snap, the hold, the kick is up, and the kick is good. And it is now 17-6. Cowboys on top. Max Crosby punching the bench. Not happy about it. Meanwhile, Schottenheimer is punching the air because he is happy about it. Hated throwing away my RG3 jersey for Commanders one last week. Threw it away? Okay. I love the answer, Sutton, but it didn't quite work. I mean, it worked in all of the parameters, but So number 13 or number 12? Nico's young, right? Yeah, that's not Nico. Pittman? Is Pittman 31? Number does he wear? Number 13? Oh, 11. He's only 28. Not the NFC South. Or sorry, AFC South. So it's either the AFC West or the AFC. No, sorry, AFC East or AFC North. North. E. Higgins. He's not 31 yet. Or though. They have an old. E-Hop's not. Browns. Judy's not. Okay, what about the AFC East? The Jet. Oh. 31, 32 years old, 6'4". Dolphins. Wilson's not. He's older receiver for them. Not 6. Oh. Berg. Oh, Metcalf? Oh yeah. No, Metcalf's younger. That baby cow. All right, there's the kick, and here comes the return down the right numbers towards the middle of the field now. A little shaking and bacon. Makes the first guy miss. Now cuts up the middle. But not a whole lot there. Gets to about the 22-yard line. That is where the Raiders will start this next drive. Laub on the return. Not the AFC North, so it's in the AFC. Is Lazard on one of those teams? Lazard would be a crazy pull because he is 6'4". No. Here we go. Single back formation. Play action. Looking, stepping up, goes over the middle of the field. It's going to be caught. First down, Brock Bowers. So the 17-6. The Raiders need to keep pace. Can they keep it going? He's 6'5". Not the Jets. So it's Patriots, Bills, or Dolphins. All right, 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line. 3 receivers bunch to the right side. And in motions Tucker right to left. Takes the snap. Play action. Going to his right. Looking. He's going to throw it downfield and incomplete. Are they going to throw a flag? No, they will not throw the flag. And honestly, I kind of like that they didn't. He was going for the ball. He wasn't just looking for the hit. So there was contact, but I believe he was looking for the football as he did it instead of... Yeah, no, he's going for the football for sure. And his eyes are on the football. His hands are going to the football. Great no call there from the refs. 3 receivers to the right. Dino takes the Smith, drops back to pass, quick throw to the left side, and not quite on the same page with Brock Bowers. You expected him to turn a little bit quicker out of his break. It's 3rd and 10. Yeah, this one is tough. I honestly don't know. Oh, is it Hollins? Hollins is like that sneaky older guy, isn't he? Yep, good pull. In the shotgun. 3 receivers to the right. Into the protection at the line here. 7 seconds to the play clock, getting reset. Ashton Jeanty right behind the center, essentially. Takes the snap, drops back to pass. Gino goes to the right side, has his man, turns up field, and first down for the Raiders is Tyler Lockett. The long-time Seattle Seahawk was over with the Titans last season. Finds his way over here for the third game, signed October 27th. There are 4 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Going to the single back formation. Raiders scanning the field. Takes the snap. Play action. Rolling to his left side. Gino steps up. Quick throw over to the right side. Caught by Jeanty. Turns to the middle of the field. And Jeanty will get hit hard at the 40-yard line. Second down and a short 3 coming up here for the Raiders. People would complain that our draft order is bad if we won 6 in a row. Yeah. Here we go. 3:15 to go in the second quarter. In the shotgun. Takes the snap. Drops back to pass. Quick throw to the left side. It'll be caught. Jeanty, a little shaking and bacon. Jeanty get dragged down at about the 32, 31, depending on the spot. Will be another first down to move the chains. Raiders get in the end zone here to make it a 17-13 game. Decent no call for, man, that just made me not want visors on players. Well, I don't know. I'll come back to that. Single back formation. Man in motion is Browers. Takes the snap. Play action. Rolling to his left side. Sets up to throw to the right. Now goes up and tipped up in the air and intercepted. Going back the other way is the Cowboys is Bell. And Bell will get knocked out of bounds. It tipped off the linebacker's hands, trying to get it to Bowers and into the safety's hands. And interception. Cowboys take over here with 2:24 to go and 2 timeouts. Marquise Bell gets the interception, and it was Kenneth Murray on the deflection. Right. Lepke goes in motion, takes a snap, play action, setting up is Dak. Dak going deep down the right sideline, giving Pickens an opportunity, and nearly interception. George Pickens had to play defense on that one. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Cowboys. Yeah, if it was throwing just a little bit less, I mean, you give George Pickens a chance there. That 6'3" frame, he could go up and go get it, but it was just a little bit too far out far of stretched hands. Colbert in motion, right to left, now back to the right. Takes the snap, handoff to the right side is Williams, and Williams gets crushed for a loss of a yard here is Wilson. And it's going to be the 2-minute warning here in Las Vegas. 3rd down and 11 coming up here for the Cowboys. Fedor starting in Vegas next week. Good. Good. Bullshit. Didn't watch the Scatterbo Monday Night Raw fight. Scatterboo. I don't think so. Scatterboo Monday Night Raw. He's over there with Andrew Schultz. This area. Standing up with it. He's got his boys behind him. Oh, snap. He throws him backwards. Turns his hat forward. Oh, my goodness. The pushing and shoving commences. Oh, jeez Louise. That was so. Boomer's fastest minute. I beg to differ. Just kidding. Okay, man in motion is Ferguson. 2 receivers each way. Takes the snap. Looking, steps up. Pressure coming. Has to get rid of it on the left side. Oh, that's going to be pass interference. Yep. CeeDee Lamb's going to draw the flag there. And that'll be an automatic first down for... Oh, there's actually a flag on the backfield as well. So it looks like it's going to be offsetting penalties. Max Crosby getting the penalty drawn. Dude has one leg. Yeah, he's still doing it. Oh, yep. Number that BB. Yeah, Connor BB getting called for the hold. Pass interference defense. Is there any hold in the backfield or no? Yeah, I mean, he's definitely getting held. Oh, they're both by the defense. All right, so it's going to be a roughing the passer? Yeah, not unnecessary roughness, but instead they will take the 23-yard pass interference play. Okay. Well, Tyler Guyton got him. Oh my goodness, and he's just selling it. Honestly, there should be a flag with that nonsense. I mean, the flop is absurd. I hate the sports direction of, like, it's a benefit to you to just act like a complete wuss as if you just got completely destroyed by your opponent. Like, I appreciate back in the day where it's just, you get shoved down, you get right back up. Takes the snap, handoff up the middle. Williams finds room down the right sideline, cutting it back towards it. He gets hit hard from behind, and the ball comes out, but they're going to say down by contact. Good hit from behind there. Looks like the Cowboys are going to the ones scoop it up anyway, just in case. So the clock continues to run here. He got hit hard from behind. It's a miracle he did not fumble that. Yeah, it's fumbled right as he's hitting the ground. 1st and 10. 1:20 to go. Are they going to review this or something? Okay, Dallas is going to use a timeout here with 1 minute and 20 seconds. Leading by 11. Cowboys now to the 32-yard line of the Raiders. To get them get more points on the board, extend their lead. Appreciate all of you that have been hanging out in the chat. We got 40 of you. If you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe. Yeah, like the Jim Zord Redskins when we lost with dignity. Said hip hip hooray. Two receivers each way. Ferguson motions but stays on the right side. Dak, Tyler Smith going to get called for the false start. That'll go backwards. What up, K Pizzle for Shizzle? We got 55% of you picking the Raiders. That's a Commanders chat for you right there. Two receivers each way. And in motions Ferguson from right to left, back to the right. Takes the snap, play action, looking, stepping up, pressure coming, and gets rid of it, and finds Pickens, turns up field to the left side. One man to beat, cuts it towards the middle, and walks into the end zone untouched. And the Cowboys extend their lead 23-6, pending an extra point, and CeeDee Lamb already waving at the crowd goodbye. George Pickens, have a day already in the first half alone. That's going to be another nice play. He already had 5 catches for 64 yards. Let's see what the touchdown is. Touchdown. After the play is over. Yep, George Pickens with the unsportsmanlike conduct afterwards. Fortunately for the Cowboys, they have the best kicker in the league. Yeah, what is he up to now? It's 6 catches, 101 yards, and a touchdown. Who in the world let the Cowboys get George Pickens? I'm just disgusted by that. Thank you, Rated. All right, here comes the extra point. Snap the hold. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Hugs the right side, but it does go through the net. Another flag. What's this one? All right, offsides against the defense. Honestly, if there was ever time to jump offsides, it would be right there. You know, like, they're not going to go for it because of that 15-yard penalty, so... And it's freaking Braden Aubrey. It's not like he's going to miss anyway, so they're probably just going to decline the penalty and move forward. It's good. Bears and Eagles have had a secret agreement. Bears beat all the NFC East teams, and the Eagles beat all the NFC North teams. And then they play 28 to decide the winner of the NFC Northeast. Steelers gifted Pickens to the Cowboys? Yeah. Pickens is a bit of a head case, but the dude is like an absolute stud. So good at the game of football. All right, 24-6 at 30 points total. Yeah, the Bears being atop of the NFC North is pretty cool for y'all. You know, I appreciate what you guys have been able to put together for sure. I know that the Commanders fan base hates Ben Johnson because he decided not to come here, but I'm not one beyond that bit. A little bit of a head case. Has gotten into multiple fights as a receiver. I would understand it if he was a defender or O-line. Oh, yeah. No, I mean, he's a problem there. That's for sure. I don't blame you for taking issue with my little in that comment. He certainly had problems. I don't hate Ben Johnson. Yeah, you're a liar. Just playing semantics. Yeah. Yep. No, he's had his fair share. I wonder how many unsportsmanlike conducts a guy like George Pickens has had. It's way more than any player should have. Way more. And it's like the worst kind of unsportsmanlike conduct too. It's not like, unsportsmanlike conduct, late hit or something like it's where it's like a defender, you know, it's bang bang whatever. No, it's just the kind of stuff of just like stepping over players or uh, talking smack or punching somebody or doing something stupid. Like he fits the whole bill. But the guy's a freaking phenomenal football player. I hate the Falcons for benching my king though. Uh-oh. There's the kick, and it's going to be caught at the 5-yard line. Straight ahead toward now cutting right. You'll get about to the 30-yard line with 1:04. The Raiders will have plenty of time here with 3 timeouts to try to get in points of their own. Excuse me. The Raiders will get the ball coming out of halftime, so they have a chance here to double up with points, and they could get right back in this game. I mean, if they score a touchdown here, it's what, a 24, they could potentially go for 2, 24-14 game, so a 10-point game, and then they get the ball out of halftime. Before Dak Prescott sees the field again, it could be a 3-point game. Takes the snap, Geno, quick throw over to the right side. It'll be caught by Mostert, and Mostert will go out of bounds after a gain of about 4. What number is larger? Trump executive order count or George Pickens unsportsmanlike penalties? I think Trump had more in the first 100 days. Takes the snap, looking, steps up, throws it over the left side, and DaRon Bland nearly comes away with the pick. That cover 2 corner sags back to that corner route and nearly gets the pick, reading the eyes of Geno Smith. Look at DaRon Bland here. He's showing that he's guarding Bowers, but he floats into that spot there, trying to find that soft spot of the cover 2 defense, but DaRon Bland takes it over. Tim's got high hopes for the Raiders. Yeah. Takes the snap. Geno looking, steps up, avoids it, rolling to his right side, throws on the move, and it's going to be caught by Tucker, and he's going to get caught at the 35-yard line. The Raiders should use their first timeout here. They do, with 40 seconds on the clock. The Raiders already in Cowboys territory at the 35-yard line. The Cowboys defense is still the Cowboys defense. I mean, I appreciate Clark and Williams as additions to this defense. Logan Wilson's a fine linebacker as well, but they still lack a ton in many categories. So let's see what happens here. That comment will get Tim tariffed. I wanted the Bears to draft Quinnen Williams so bad after his interview at the Combine. Yeah. Where is that the one where he sneezed and said, "Bless me"? Bless you? Oh, I'm sorry, the chat. It is a funny comment, though. But she's listening to her audiobook. She don't care what I have to say. Here we go. 3 receivers bunch to the left side in the shotgun at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10. Takes the snap, drops back to pass, looking, goes underneath. It'll be caught by Bowers. Bowers will get tackled for a gain of 7, and they will use their second timeout now with 34 seconds. All right, they're in field goal range here. You need a field goal at some point. if you can somehow hold the Cowboys at 24. So a field goal does make sense. But obviously you want 7 here if you can. He said, bless me, thank me. Yeah. Then answered the rest of the question. Yeah. He's got a couple of good ones. I was watching a compilation of him of just silly things that he said over the years. Over there with the New York Jets. All right, 3 receivers to the left in the shotgun here. And in motion is Tucker. Takes the snap. 4-man rush, steps up. Gino going to the right side and looking to try to get it to Michael Mayer. Way too high. Decent coverage there by Rebel or Revel? Revel. Javon Revel. 3rd round pick out of East Carolina. Wow, they were just talking about that. He was a projected 1st round pick, fell to the 3rd from a torn ACL. That could be a huge addition for the Cowboys. And in motion here. 3 receivers to the left, takes the snap. Setting up the screen here to Mostert. Mostert will get tackled from behind, but he does get the 1st down. So the Raiders will use their final timeout here with 23 seconds. That does scare me a little bit. See what Pete Carroll can do. Take some shots to the end zone here. But the problem is Geno Smith in these moments has gotten sacked a few times. I believe all 3 of his sacks have come on 3rd down to really hurt the drive. I mean, now you don't have any timeouts to stop the clock. You could spike the ball, though, which is good, so you don't have to necessarily rush onto the field if you get sacked. It would be currently a 43-yard field goal as it stands. Geno Smith in the shotgun, 3 receivers to the left. And in motions, Tucker stays on the left side, takes the snap, looking to throw. Geno, pressure coming, and gets rid of it, and the ball hits the ground. And it's going to be scooped up by Mostert, but they're going to say incomplete. Yep, there comes that pressure here again from the Cowboys. See, does his arm get hit as he's going, or... Oh, yeah, good job, Geno. He does not lose that football from the hit. So 15 seconds remaining. What are they going to do here? They're going to reset the game clock to 19 seconds. They only lost 4 seconds on that one. All right, in the shotgun, 2 receivers each way. Takes the snap, 4-man rush. Going to the right side, and he's just going to throw it away. There is a flag right off the snap, though. It's going to be defensive offsides, 5-yard penalty. Okay, now they're going to be at the 20-yard line. Makes a shot at the end zone a little bit more credible. Maybe attack the seams. I mean, you have 2 really good tight ends. Send them up the seams with some 4 verts. Maybe have one of the verts turn into a dig route across the middle. No, you can't cross the middle here. Never mind. Ignore that part. Oh, could have been a touchdown there for Lockett. The shotgun takes the snap. 4-man rush again. Geno, pressure, has to just get rid of it. Throws it over to the right side and way out of bounds. Ooh, that could be an intentional grounding here. The 3rd and 5, do they bring in Carlson now? Yeah, it looks like they're going to bring Carlson in here now to be 24-9 before the half. So, I mean, the Raiders' offense has been moving the football. They just haven't been able to get points, get the ball into the end zone. No, they're going to take one more shot. Okay, so they're going to quickly throw it out of bounds. Cowboys will use their final timeout here. Geno likes to throw interceptions last year. Yeah. Oh, they did draft him though. Actually, I forgot about him. So Colton Miller's on IR right now, which is sad. And then also Jackson Powers Johnson, I believe, was a second-round pick for them, if I remember right. Yeah. And he was solid coming out of Oregon. So they've tried to make but not big moves. Not big moves. All right. In the shotgun here is Gino. Run the Lockett to the seam. Takes the snap. Looking to throw his Gino. Steps up. Goes to. Oh, looking for Bowers. Back shoulder. I thought he may have actually been going to the right side. Excuse me, to the left side with Tyler Lockett on the seam. Safety was over the top, but let's see here. I'm curious. All right, the safety did run. Oh, man. They actually had an opportunity at a touchdown there. If it's just a slightly better connection between him and Bowers, Geno Smith and Bowers, that could have been a touchdown. They will settle for the field goal here. 38-yard attempt on 4th and 5. Be the final play of the half. The snap, the hold, the kick is up, and the kick is good. And it is now 24-9. Cowboys on top. Raiders will get the ball coming out of halftime and try to get this lead closer. But here we go. Let's head over. Actually, let's take a look at this first half stats first. All right. Dak Prescott, 13 for 19, 185 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks, 1 sack for 1-yard loss. Geno Smith, 16 for 28, 167 yards, 0 touchdowns, and interception. 3 for 21 on sacks. Leading rusher in the game, Javonte Williams, 12 carries, 54 yards. Ashton Jeanty, 2 carries for 10 yards. Only 4 carries for the Raiders. Four carries. That's it. That's insane. Leading receiver in the game, George Pickens, 6 catches, 101 yards, and a touchdown. Brock Bowers leads the Raiders with 4 catches, 58 yards, no touchdowns. CeeDee Lamb, 3 for 55 and a touchdown himself with 23 yards. And the other touchdown with Jake Ferguson, 1 catch, 5 yards, and a touchdown. Leading tackle in the game is Devin White with 7 tackles. All right. You have Tyree Wilson with a sack for the Raiders. And you had Max Crosby with a sack fumble. Ron Bland leads the Cowboys defense with 5 tackles. And you have Quinnen Williams with a sack and a half. Justin Houston with 1. And Kenny Clark with another half sack. The 2 guys they traded for combining for a half sack there. Brandon Aubrey, 1 for 1 on field goals, 3 for 3 on extra points. Daniel Carlson, 3 for 3 on field goals. First downs, you have the Cowboys up 15-12. Cowboys 1 for 4 on third downs, 1 for 1 on fourth down. Raiders right now 2 for 7 on third downs. Total yards of offense, you have 253 to 167. Penalty yards, 5 for 35 against the Cowboys, 2 for 27 against the Raiders, a turnover apiece. Time of possession split almost right down the middle, 15-12 to 14-48. All right, let's head over to the Immaculate Grid. Ginty's pick was always silly to me. Yeah, it was. But running backs in the first round are always bad. But when you're this bad, you draft Ginty. Anyway, all right, here we go. We got across the top, you have the Falcons, Eagles, and 1,000-yard receiving seasons. You have the Cowboys, Raiders, and Chargers down the left side. And the 1,000-yard receiver must have been achieved with that team in a single season. Okay. All righty. So the obvious answer here is Sanders. Certainly the most obvious answer here. Cowboys, Eagles. Falcons, Raiders. Ooh, Andre Roberts, right? Dang it. I stink at this game. Why did I think he was a freaking Raider? Oh, I hate this. Oh, yes. Terrell Owens is the most obvious. All right. Good night, almighty. I swear. Freaking Raiders. Irritating. Oh, did he play for the Chargers? Played for the Chargers. Just irritating. I'm going to go with Vincent Jackson, because why not? OG. 10% there. Love to see it. Did Amari Cooper get 1,000 here? I'm not sure. No, Tim, do Keanu Neal for the Cowboys Falcons. Ooh, Neal. That's a fun one. Keanu Neal. There you go. That's 5%. Well played. Angel Hall for the Falcons Raiders. Yeah, that's a good one for sure. D'Angelo, 2%er. Raiders, Eagles. Raiders, Eagles. Eagles, Chargers. Did Sproul? Tim Brown, receiver Raiders. Yeah. Brown here. Let's see. What are the what random Raiders? Ooh, Hunter Renfro. Didn't Renfro get 1,000? People hyped him up enough. Yeah, Hunter Renfro. TB in the year 2000s, Raiders, Eagles. Raiders, Eagles, a CB in the 2000. Asamoah? Did Asamoah head over there? Is that who you're thinking of? Was it like ASO? Yeah. Nice. There you go. Braden. Namdi Asamoah. Asamoah, whatever. Eagles, Chargers. Let's go with Miles Austin. 7%. There you go. Then this one, Sproles, this one too. Sproles did play for the Eagles. Nice. 54%. Wow. There you go. Not a bad run. Not a bad one. I just started it with that stupid guess here. Andrew Roberts here instead of here. I don't know why I thought he played for the Raiders also. Irritating. I know he played for us. There you go. There you go. You know what might be a fun play to play a Mac Get Great is really study like the Commanders like Redskins era and just see where they went and try to like put a Redskins player in every single one of these. What's up, Lante? How are you? I think it's time for the Raiders. Put in the rookie. Which rookie did they bring in? Put in the rookie. Which rookie? Kenny Pickett's not a rookie. Aiden O'Connell's not a rookie. They didn't draft a rookie. Cowboys defense is garbage, so the rookie shouldn't struggle too much. I'm not sure which team you think has the rookie, but it's not the Raiders that have it. At least he's not suited up, unless there's another rookie that I'm not familiar with. Did they draft a rookie? They drafted 2 QBs, Tommy Mellott, and Cam Miller. But they were both 6th-round picks, and they are not on the current roster. Yeah, Cam Miller, you're talking about. Or at least maybe on the practice squad. I don't know. Like, he's not listed on the Raiders depth chart right now. So I guess not. But I don't know, man. I don't know if I would put him in right now with this offensive line is so beat up. And honestly, the Cowboys defensive line is not bad. Is getting after it. They're better than what a lot of people give them credit for since losing Micah. They're not good, but against a beat up offensive line like this, they're really good. You know what I mean? Like, they're not like an elite defensive line by any stretch of the imagination. But Dante Fowler was a double sack guy last season. Jadeveon Clowney was a former #1 overall pick. Quentin Williams and Kenny Clark up the middle. Like, they have. There was another guy. Hold on, what's his name? And then there's other 2nd-round pick, Donovan Izaraku, also over there. Dude, they may as well put Kenny Pickett at this point. I don't know. Like, you want to have you want to evaluate your other guys. So you want to put the best quarterback in that can evaluate your other talent. You know, and Geno Smith definitely fits that bill, and they know that they're gonna stink the rest of the way. So. You ever watch the scene? Surprised you don't watch them every. Oh, we have services that play them. They're on at night, and I like. No, the boys slept in for me. Fuck. Alrighty, halftime. Yeah. So I would not bench Geno Smith at this point. Like, Geno Smith, like, you're not going anywhere. You may as well keep him in, evaluate as much talent as you can, and he gives you that best option. Like, who else are they evaluating? So they're going to be evaluating Dante Thornton, Jack Beck, their 2 receivers, of course Ashton Denty. I would probably put in a guy like Grant Charles, your 3rd-round pick. Now that's a guy that I would want to see perform in this game. That would be interesting. Stone Forsythe is a guy that I thought was an intriguing prospect. I think he was drafted by. Let me see. Pretty sure he was drafted by Miami. No, Seattle. Oh, that makes sense why he's here, because he was drafted by Pete Carroll. That would make sense. All right, we're about to get this second half underway. What's the standings looking like for the NFC? I know we were looking at the Chiefs earlier, the NFC. Cowboys currently right now. Ooh, the Cowboys are like out of the playoffs. Oh man, yeah, that NFC spot is ultra competitive. The Lions are not even in the playoffs right now. Yeah, Seattle, Green Bay, Niners, and Lions. Yeah, 3 of those 4 are going to the playoffs for sure. The Cowboys are out. They need to just chalk it up. There's the kick, and it will be caught at the 9-yard line. Straight ahead, gets past the 30, tackled at the 32-yard line. Gino was drafted by the Jets. Yes, he was. I was talking about Stone Forsythe. All right. And the Raiders make a game out of this here. Currently down 15 as we start this third quarter. Single back formation. Takes the snap. Pitch play to the right is Genty. Genty trying to find any room and nowhere. He loses yards on the play. 2nd and 13. Raku come away with the sack. Five carries to 31 passes is insane. Takes the snap, drops back to pass, quick throw to the left side. It'll be caught, turns up field, and he will get a gain of about 6 or 7. That's up a much more reasonable third down. Try to keep this drive moving. Mayer comes onto the field as well as Tucker, Thornton, the other receiver, and Brock Bowers on the field, of course. Genty in the backfield. Chip Kelly, his first season as offensive coordinator here for the Raiders. Former Eagles head coach, college head coach as well. Oregon was most famous stint. Receivers to the right in the shotgun. Takes the snap, blitz coming. Gino goes to the left side and woof! Batted down by Deron Bland, looking for Brock Bowers, and Deron Bland, shutting down the young tight end. That's too easy for a corner right there. That's way too easy. The Cowboys are going to get the ball back, and they are going to look to pour it on here. Ron Bland with the second PBU of the night. There's the snap. There's the kick. Jake Cole. And bounce into the end zone and a touchback. Oof. So close to bouncing that near the 1-yard line. But the Cowboys will start at their own 20-yard line now. Cowboys offense are going to look to pour it on here against this Raiders defense. Pretty much everything they've done so far has been successful. Run the ball well. They've passed the ball well, right? I don't know what else you could ask from them. You got Javonte Williams running 12 carries for 54 yards, just over 4.5, actually just exactly at 4.5 yards a carry. You have George Pickens with 6 catches, 101 yards. CeeDee Lamb with 3 catches, 55 yards and a touchdown. George Pickens also has a touchdown. Dak Prescott 13 for 19, 185, 3 touchdowns. That first half was pretty much as good as it gets for an offense. Granted, they are going against a very lowly defense here. And the Raiders are pretty much a one-man show, right? They have Devin White, who's older now. Jamal Adams, same thing. Guys that were pretty good in their primes. They wouldn't added Eric Stokes from Green Bay, former first-round pick out of Georgia. Jeremy Chin had a really good stint in Carolina before coming to Washington, where he had a mediocre year. So, it's not that they have a complete lack of talent, but they're also just not very good as far as NFL standards are concerned. It's pretty much Max Crosby and company. Max Crosby is in the Raiderettes. Somebody in the chat said earlier about the cheerleaders. Yeah, it's essentially the same thing with Max Crosby. All right. First and They got these ultra long commercials. I'm at 30 more seconds. Thought I was doing a pretty good job killing time until got to. Oh, they're coming out with a new avatar? Did they not already come out with an Avatar 3? What is this, Avatar 4 now? What is this? Avatar 3 or 4? What Avatar are they on? Avatar Fire and Ash. What number is that? Somebody in the chat tell me. All right, they're going to hand off up the middle here as Williams. Williams finds a hole, and we will fall forward and get hit at the end of the play for a gain of 6. Hello, Mao. Paula Mao coming away with the tackle. Just over 13 minutes to play here in the third quarter. 2nd and 4. 13 minutes to go. Dak Prescott goes under center. He's going to shift into the shotgun. 2 receivers each way. 2nd and 4. Takes the snap, drops back to pass, pumping. Roll into his left side. Pressure coming from Crosby. He has to get rid of it, and he does find Pickens, who somehow stays on his feet just long enough to get the first down and move the chains. Another catch for a 4-yard gain or so, maybe 5, depending on the spot, and move it again. Are the Chiefs in the playoffs right now? Nope, they're 5-5, and they're going to have a tough show at it. The real weak link in the playoffs right now is Jacksonville. Will Jacksonville be able to maintain their 7th seed in the AFC? We will find out. But for now, the Jacksonville 6-4, Chiefs are 5-5. Takes the snap, handoff up the middle is Williams. Williams going to find some room, not a whole lot there. Gets a gain of 2. That's up to the 27-yard line. And 40 to go here in the third quarter. 3 receivers to the right side in the shotgun. And in motion is Ferguson, stays on the right. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Dak steps up. Gets rid of it to the flat, caught by Ferguson, turns up middle field, and runs straight through Devin White, who brings him down. So, third quarter, 11:15 to go. The second drive of the quarter, first one as the Raiders went 3 and out, gives it back to the Cowboys here. I feel like this drive has been going well, and they're not even crossing midfield already. Dak Prescott in the shotgun, takes the snap, drops back to pass, looking quick throw to the left side, has his man, George Pickens. George Pickens runs backwards, but finds room, then stays on his feet as he slips a tackle, still carrying defenders, and he is having an incredible day as he crosses midfield to the Raiders' 42-yard line. 8 catches, 127 yards, and a touchdown. George Pickens could go into the locker room, and he will probably lead the team in catches and yards. CeeDee Lamb just gives up on the play. He is not going to block for his teammate. George Pickens wouldn't block for you either, so here we go. Offset I formation to the right. Man in motion is Lupke. Takes the snap, play action, rolling to his left side. Going to kid it to Lupke. Lupke turns upfield, and he will get a first down himself. And gain of about 12 down to the 30-yard line. Go the Cowboys. Under 10 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Four to 9. With DNP. Isn't that weird? Not sure why CeeDee Lamb and Pickens didn't play there. Offset I formation to the left, single back formation. And in motion's Lupke to the full house position now. Takes the snap, handoff to Williams. Williams cutting back, and he will fall forward for a gain of about 6. 2nd down and 4 at the 24-yard line. Sustained drive coming here from the Cowboys. Nearly 4.5 minutes off the clock so far. 2nd and 4. Right. In motion, 3 receivers bunch to the right side. Single back formation is Malik Davis. Dak Prescott changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Now takes the snap, handoff to the left side, cutting it up the middle is Davis. Davis fighting through, and he will get the first down just past the 20. And into the red zone go the Cowboys. 8:30 to go now. Yeah, Cowboys sniffing around, they're calling it. That's a, yeah, okay. Sniffing around. They're currently 4 games out of the playoffs, 3.5 with the tie. Brutal. Right? Single back formation is Davis again. Takes a snap, play action to the left side. Bumping, going to check it down underneath. It'll be caught by Ferguson, who's going to go ahead and stat pad a catch, but he'll lose a yard on the play. And 11. Schottenheimer going to dial up here. Get back ahead of the sticks. To the shotgun goes Dak Prescott. 2 receivers each way. Takes the snap. Drops back. Quick throw to the left side. Has his man. Guess who? The man of the night is George Pickens. And he takes the Cowboys inside the 5. Just a quick slant. It's just easy money there against zone coverage. Yikes. This is just too easy. Single back formation, takes a snap, handoff to Davis, who bounces it outside, and he will fight to get to the 2-yard line, but not into the end zone. So 2nd and goal from the 2. Looks like Davis will come off the field. Most likely Williams coming back to reap the rewards. Williams has been phenomenal this season as his resurgent season coming from the Broncos. High expectations over there in Denver. Never panned out. Now he's looking really solid this season. Single back formation now. He at 2.5-ish yard line. Single back formation left or right. And it's going to be a play action. Going to sling it out there to the left. And Dak Prescott will get the touchdown. It's going to be Flournoy. Another touchdown, and it's now 30-9 pending an extra point with 6:19 to go in the 3rd quarter, and the Cowboys are pouring it on here in Las Vegas. Brutal. Yep, this game is getting out of hand, as they say. Here comes the kick from Aubrey. Snap, the hold. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 6:19 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Cowboys have a 31-9 lead. Appreciate you hanging out if you haven't already hit the like button. Not sure how much longer we'll in the AM. If the Raiders can score here. If not, I mean, does anybody really expect a crazy collapse tonight? It's bad. It's bad. Yeah. Look at the Hankathon. Why not? NFL draft order. The most interesting one is this Atlanta trading for their first round pick away to the Rams, thinking that they were going to be some sort of contenders this year. Now they're a top 10 pick. So the Rams are currently sitting at 8-2, tied for the best record in the league. Well, at least the best record in the NFC. The Broncos haven't had their bye week yet, but an incredible record, and they have a top 10 pick on top of it, which if the Falcons continue to lose, they could actually get their quarterback of the future while potentially competing for a Super Bowl. How crazy is that? Like, I don't know which quarterback you would take coming out. I know there's Mendoza for Indiana, or there's the kick, Aubrey, by the way, caught around the 10. Shaken and bake, gets past the 30. Now pushing the pile, still going to about the 38-yard line is where the Raiders will start this next drive. Hey. Oh, that's crazy, actually. I didn't even think about that. So, Quinnen Williams was traded while the Jets were on a bye. Then the Cowboys had a bye. And now he is playing after several weeks of rest. Here we go. Pistol formation. Takes the snap, drops back, pumping. Gonna sling it out there to Genty. Genty catches a block here from Mayer, and he will get a gain of 5. See, now that right there is counted as a pass play, but that is essentially a run play. That's essentially just a run play, right? I mean, you even had Michael Mayer as a lead block. Here we go. There's not really any notable quarterback prospects coming out this year, in my opinion. Okay, fair enough. Geno Smith in the shotgun, scanning the field. Takes the snap, quick throw over to the right side, caught by Mayer. Mayer turns upfield. Mayer will push the pile near the first down marker at a half-yard short. Here come the Raiders. Five minutes to go now in the third quarter. Here we go. Cowboys this season have given up 18 of 18 on 3rd and 1. Oh my goodness. Single back formation. Can Quinnen Williams make anything different on that? Ooh, wait a minute. 2 seconds on the play clock. There's a flag. Oh no, he's going to move him back 5 yards. Number 70 gets called for it for the Raiders, which is Stone Forsythe, former Seahawk we just talked about. Right, hurrying up the line. Can the Raiders get a first down now? Receivers to the left. And in motions Tucker. Stays on the left side. Takes the snap. Drops back to pass. Geno steps up. Throws underneath. It'll be caught. And Powers will get tackled just shy of the first down marker. Deron Bland makes the big tackle here. I mean, down by 22 points. You got to imagine the Raiders are going to go for it here, right? You have to imagine. Yeah, he's about a yard short when you looked at the knee. All right, 4th and 1. Do they keep the offense on the field? Got to, right? You got to. You got to play with some sort of guts, right? 4:11 to go in the third. Was there an injured player? Yeah. Oh no. Izikaruke or whatever his name is. The second round pick Izeraku hurt on the play. Hopefully he's all right. Tim, do we trade back in the draft to acquire more picks or stay put for elite talent? We need an elite edge rusher. There's an elite edge rusher that you think is the next, Myles Garrett, Aiden Hutchinson, you know, Brian Burns, TJ Watt. You you think that you got the next one of those? You go get him. Do not trade out of there. Like unless you can like trade one spot back to add more capital, kind of like what the Niners did with the Bears a ways back, or Mitch Trubisky. Like if you could do something like that, and you can, they want to come get their quarterback, and you're like, okay, well that's fine. I'll trade back one spot and get my edge rusher. I'm cool with that. I mean, I guess somebody could like come over and like convince me otherwise, right? I mean, like if you can go get like if I don't know, list bad team here. If the Raiders, right? Even though they're above us, but no, let's see. What's in a look at the tankathon? Like, okay, let's say we move up to fifth pick, right? And a team like the Cardinals want to trade up to 5 to get Murray's replacement, right? And they send you their first round pick for next year, and you can go to really start adding first round capital. Now I have to have a conversation. Now I need to begin that conversation. That is certainly a conversation we have to have. But overall, I want a top edge rusher. I also don't want to reach. I mean, if there's not one there, then trade back. Go ahead. 4th and 1. High formation here. Takes the snap. Pitch play to the right is Genty. Genty slips the first tackle, and Genty will get the first down, and the Raiders will keep this game alive. They will just. Did he hit his head or what? No, he's okay. 3.5 to go in the third. 1st and 10 now. Pistol formation. Tucker goes in motion, stays on the right side. Takes the snap, play action, roll to his right side. Going to check it down to Mayer. Mayer turns up the right side of the field. Gets close to the first down marker. They're going to say he's. Well, looks like they say he stepped out 2 yards short. I thought he got closer than that. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Michael Mayer is a guy that I would love to add to the Commanders if he ever became available. I know he's kind of overshadowed because of Brock Bowers, but Michael Mayer is a true tight end. 2nd and 2. Back formation is Mostert. Man in motion is Bowers from left to right. Takes a snap, fakes the pitch. Quick throw over to the right side. Jump pass there to Tucker. Follows his blocks. And he's going to get down to about the 31-ish, 31.5 for the Dallas Cowboys side of the field. Keep this game alive. You're kidding, right? Hey, you never know, man. You never know. It's only a 3-touchdown game. It's not unheard of. But obviously, like, you're not happy if you're a Raiders fan, but you score a touchdown here, you never know. They already had a turnover on Dak once before. Takes the snap, quick throw over to the right. Oh, it's going to be dropped. Brock Bowers couldn't bring in the screen pass. 2:09 to go in the third quarter. Now, 112 catches for Brock Bowers, the rookie. Oof. 2:09 to go here in the third quarter. Two receivers each way. Scanning the field. Takes a snap. Delayed handoff here up the middle is Mostert. Slips the first tackle, but not a whole lot of room. They get to the 30-yard line. They'll bring up now 3rd down and 9. The shotgun, 2 receivers each way. And in motion for Bowers from right to left. Takes a snap, drops back. Geno stepping up, throws over to the left side, and caught. First down is Tyler Lockett. Using that experience on DaRon Bland and getting that separation. First down, and the Raiders will get into the red zone. Got to get points on the board here if you're the Raiders. Tyler Lockett with a quick, smooth 3 targets, 3 catches, 33 yards. Love it. And it to go here in the third quarter. And go back formation here. Command in motions Tucker from left to right, takes a snap, hand off to Genty, and he gets blown up. Clark and company in on the tackle. And yeah, this is oof. Oh my. Number 61. Is that the center? Or no? 60. Was it 66? Oh my gosh. 60. Wow. I think it was the left guard just got absolutely punked. Geno steps up. Pressure. Has to escape to his left. Pressure comes from behind. He gets tackled from behind. And it will be third down and about 9 here at the 18-yard line. Actually, would be a beast on any other team. Yeah, Genty's a really good running back. Really good. But this is why you don't draft running backs in the first round. They're luxury picks. Okay? Luxury picks. That'll bring us to the end of the third quarter. Cowboys 31, Raiders 9. All right. Let's get Weddle. We're on the hard mode. All right, let's go with Bell. What's his name? Marquise Bell, who had the interception. And he gives us nothing yet everything at the same time, right? We're in the AFC. We are not on defense. We are a tall player. Interesting enough. We are 6'6" or taller. All right. Let's go with Stone Forsythe. Even younger, though. Hold on. We're even young. Super tall, young. It's got to be a lineman, an offensive lineman. Is tall, young. I don't think Kyle Pitts. He's in the AFC anyway. So young lineman in the AFC. See. Oh, Alt? Joe Alt? Oh, he's hurt, so he's not on the list. Yeah. Hold on, let's see. Oh, you know what though? I don't know who you're talking about, but I'm gonna go with Darnell Washington. Oh, it is a tight end. He's 24. I thought he might be 23. Interesting. So we have a 6'6" tight end in the AFC. Kincaid? Kincaid 6'6"? No, he's only 6'4". Okay. So AFC South. Who's that tight ends? Who's the tight ends? Who's the Titans tight end? I think it's that guy. Jaguars drafted a young tight end too, I think. Not Warren, right? Warren's not 6. All right, here we go. Starting the fourth quarter. 3 receivers to the right. At the 19-yard line. Takes the snap, drops back to Cass. Blitz, quick throw over to the right side. Caught by Bowers. Bowers stays on his feet. Fighting forward for a gain of about 6. Sets up 4th and 4. And the Raiders are certainly in go-for-it territory here. Oh, receiver. Could be a tall tight end from LA though. But no, we're not in the AFC West, right? No, we could be. South or AFC. Here we go. In the shotgun. 4th and 4. Can they keep this drive moving? Got to get points. Hitting the field. 2 seconds to the play clock. Geno takes a snap. 4-man rush. Steps up. Has time. Geno. Pressure. And he's going to escape to his left. Can Geno? No, he doesn't fight for the end zone. But he does get the first down to get to the 5-yard line. 1st and goal Raiders. Good protection here from the offensive line. They were showing a big blitz. They picked it up very nicely. Geno Smith steps up, avoids it, runs right around Luke Wilson, and the Cowboys find out why the Bengals suck. Okonkwo, right? Okonkwo, is it? But that is the one. He's too old. I thought so. There we go. 1st and 10. Warren might be that tall. I'll try Warren next. 3 receivers bunch to the right side. Takes the snap. Quick throw to the right side is Tucker. Tucker turns upfield. Diving for the end zone, and the Raiders get into the end zone here. Now 31-15. Do they go for 2 to make it a 14-point game? Warren might be 6'6". Maybe I'm. It is Warren 6'6". I didn't realize Tyler Warren was 6'6". Anyway, all right. Touchdown. Tucker on the screen pass. And the Raiders, they will settle for the field goal. Okay, they take the PAT. And it will remain a 15-point game here with 13:22 to go in the 4th quarter. Carlson, kick it, the snap, the hold, the kick is good. And it is now 31-16. Imagine a Raiders comeback here. How hilarious would that be for the Cowboys? 30 of you hanging out in the chat. Appreciate you being here. If you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe. All right. 31-6. I mean, you got to respect Geno right now, dude. I mean, yes, the Cowboys defense is not very good, but he's been under pressure. He's stepping up. I mean, I know a lot of people like to give Geno crap, but with this beat up offensive line, I mean, yes, he has a really good pair of tight ends. Receivers are nothing to be super excited about. Genty can't get anything going in the run game. He's also had a couple of drop passes. All things considered, Geno's playing very, very well. And good for him. You know, he's veteran, experienced, and this is why you keep him in the game. Try to see what you got in your other young players. This is exactly why Pete Carroll brought him over. You know, you could get really good evaluations for there. And now look at Seattle. Seattle is playing well with the new head coach, McDonald, over there. And Pete Carroll, he's using a lot of the guys that Pete Carroll brought in. Right, there's the kick from Carlson. The kick at the 5-yard line. Turns up to the right side of the field is Turpin, and he's getting loose. Oh, man. He goes out of bounds around the 42, 43-yard line, but I thought Turpin was about to take that thing to the house. 13-16 to go here in the third quarter. All right, single back formation here. Takes the snap, handoff to the right side is Williams. Williams bouncing off tacklers, and he will get a gain of about 3 yards. He could have got hit for no gain. The Raiders defender just putting his head in the dirt, frustrated. All right, 2nd and 7. And in motion, takes the snap, pitch play to the left side as Williams. Williams turns upfield, and Williams will get hit for no gain. Max Crosby. And number 49 for the Raiders coming up and making the tackle. Number 49 is 9. Defensive end, Charles Snowden. Twelve minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. 3rd down and 7. And in motion, takes the snap, drops back to pass, steps up, throws underneath, and it's going to be incomplete. Looking for Cavante Turpin. He had a first down if he caught it. And instead, it's incomplete. The Raiders will get the ball back. And hey, I know you guys were making fun of it earlier, but hold the phone. It ain't over yet. It ain't over yet. I know it's the Raiders are not a good football team, but the Cowboys are not a good football team earlier either, man. 35-1 is nothing to be excited about. All right. Anger to kick it. The kick. And it's going to be, a very good bounce. And Tucker's going to pick it up and run backwards. Yeah. He's going to get tackled at the 2, but I think that thing was going to get downed anyway inside the 5. So it's a good pickup there. Very good punt by Anger to get it in there. And it's now going to be 31-16. Raiders will get the ball at their own 2. See what they can do with it. I'll be right back. Back, baby. Raider comes back to tie. Everybody wins. Yeah. Raiders coming back to win would be hilarious. All right, here we go. Single back formation. Oh, that's a false start. All right, Raiders will move back a yard. Jay Glaze gets called for the false start. 31-16. All right, 11:43 to go in the fourth quarter. Single back formation here. Takes a snap, handoff up the middle, and it's a safety. That's a safety. 33-16. Ugh. It doesn't. No, it does. Now it's a 3-score game. Oof. The Raiders are in absolute trouble now. Oh, that was bad. Who's in there? Izaraku. Yep. Second round pick is in there. I don't know what's defined as out of the end zone. I mean, yikes. Brutal. I mean, there's 4 Cowboys tackling in the end zone. Yikes. Yeah, that ball's right at the goal line. 11:36, so the Raiders will kick it off now. Give the ball back to the Cowboys. There you go. $11:39, it'll be reset. There's 3 seconds. Very important here. Onside kick incoming. Let's see. 3-touchdown game now. Eesh. Wow, he kind of almost looks like DeAndre Hopkins. Saw that receiver. Is that Trey Tucker? Yeah, the declaring for the onside kick is awful. 3 for 38. I'm actually surprised 3 of them got through. Oh my gosh. And the Cowboys are going to get the ball at the 30? Oh my god. The Cowboys are going to get the ball at like the 0-yard line. AJ Cole, what can he do? If it's AJ Cole, I'm just punting it right at somebody. Here we go. There's the kick. Oh, it's a high flying kick. That's interesting. Oh, it bounces to Pickens. It did. Okay, I actually love that. Okay, interesting. The high flying kick? That's almost like a 50-50. But the thing is that, wait, when they onside kicked it, wait, why not just fair catch it? Can't punt it past the 45. Why not fair catch it there? Huh. Yeah, so you could call a fair catch. So that's actually dead. Other than nobody really understood with all these new weird punt rule. That may have been. Is that the first time after a safety that we saw an onside kick? We might have. All right. 7:39 to go in the fourth. The Cowboys will look at. All right. In the shotgun, takes the snap. Handoff up the middle is Williams. Williams pushing the pile. Gets a gain of about 3. 11.5 to go here in the fourth. Yeah, I'm not sure, guys. It's going to be a 3-score game. I think this is over. Yeah. I think this is over. All right. We're going to call it here, I think. After this drive, we're going to call it. Because this, I mean, they already have it at the 35. And, I mean, pretty much their own 45 is in field goal range for Aubrey. So, 2 receivers each way. Takes the snap. Looking to throw. Quick throw is CeeDee Lamb. Who makes the catch. And the ball pops out. Jake Ferguson jumps on it just in case they don't say it was down by contact. But it was. Myself was saying we're the worst team in the league. Yeah. Yeah, the ball definitely comes out way after his buns touch the ground. Dallas has to take a timeout. Oh, him and Brian and Dak getting into it. Hold up. Getting into it. Okay, so the Cowboys are 3-5-1. They're going to move to 4-5-1. So the best record they can have is 11-5-1. It's actually not that bad. If they win out, that's almost guaranteed a playoff spot. 11-5-1. Takes the snap, handoff up the middle. Here is the fullback run. An easy first down here for the Cowboys. Well, at least the good thing for the Raiders is most likely they'll get the new QB this draft. Yeah, well, probably thought that before. When is the last time the Raiders drafted a first-round quarterback? The only first-round quarterback I can think that they got was Jamarcus Russell. But they've had to have drafted a first-round quarterback since then, right? Go back, takes the snap, play action. Ooh, naked bootleg, but he gets it underneath the Turpin. Turpin will get tackled immediately by Jamal Adams for no gain. All-time draft picks. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Did they ever draft a first-round quarterback since Russell? That can't be right, right? It literally is. They haven't drafted a quarterback in the first round since Jamarcus Russell? Single back formation, man in motion. Takes a snap, handoff up the middle is Williams. Williams finds the lane, and he's going to get a first down into the red zone, down to the 11. That's crazy. Oh, it's going to be an unnecessary roughness. So he gets to the 11, but then 15 yards after the play, backwards to the 26. Here's the thing that I'm confused about. Okay, they run the play, they get the first down. Now 1st and 10 from the 11. And then in between the plays, there's a 15-yard penalty. Why is it not 1st and 25? Is it because like the next set of downs technically hasn't started yet? Is that what their theory is? I guess that makes sense. Some franchises never recover from an awful number 1 pick. I mean, they've never drafted a first-round quarterback since Jamarcus Russell. Is he their only quarterback in the first round? What if he's their only quarterback ever drafted in the first round? No. Okay. Todd Marinovich was the other one in 1991. And I don't know anything about Todd Marinovich. Yeah, he was awful. His career was nothing. 8 touchdowns, 9 interceptions with 1,345 yards. So he sucked too. How do you go that long in between and not have first-round draft picks? I mean, you did have Rich Gannon at some point, but they didn't draft him clearly. It's crazy. Derek Carr, of course, but in the shotgun, hand in motion, chirping from left to right, takes the snap, play action, setting it underneath here is Ferguson. Ferguson running to the left side, and Ferguson get it to the 19-yard line into the red zone. Yeah, I mean, they've drafted quarterbacks. I'm talking about a first-round quarterback. Yes, they drafted Derek Carr in the 4th. Pretty sure Derek Carr was a 4th-round pick. I run here. 14, maybe? All right, here we go. 2 receivers each way. In the shotgun. Takes a snap. Handoff up the middle here is Williams. Williams. Ball forward for a gain of about a yard. Where's Carr? I know Carr. I had to have drafted him. 2014. Oh, he was a 2nd-round pick, not a 4th round. 2nd-round pick. Al Davis had a lot to do with it. Yep. They had 3 first-round picks in 2019. Yeah, that's the one with what's his name? We picked him up. Clelin Ferrell. Yeah, Clelin Ferrell. Josh Jacobs and Jonathan Abram. Here we go. In the shotgun, man in motion is CeeDee Lamb. Takes the snap. Looking, quick throw underneath. It'll be caught. Turns upfield. CeeDee Lamb will get the first down. And yeah. $6:25 and counting here in the 4th quarter. Single back formation here. And in motion. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle is Williams. Williams, a little shake and bake. Spinning forward and gets to the 9-yard line, excuse me. Why does it feel like a 12-play, 40-yard drive? It's actually a 9-play, 29-yard drive as it currently stands. 5.5 to go here in the 4th. 5.5. Here we go. Monte Williams, 8 yards away from a 100-yard game. Takes a snap, looking to throw. Dak gonna go underneath. It'll be caught. Turns upfield. Not much there. That'll be Spanford getting the catch. Think the Cowboys beat the Eagles next week? You never know. You never know. Division games are crazy. 3rd down and 2. All right, offset I formation to the left. Going to the full house formation, takes a snap, and Max Crosby blowing the play up. They will push Williams forward. But Crosby flying off the edge. Make sure he doesn't get the first down. It's now going to be 4th down and a long 1 coming up here for the Cowboys. They settle for a field goal here. It looks like they're going to go for it. The 17 points. Yeah, I mean, whatever. Raiders aren't coming back. You may as well see what you want to work on. Honestly, I would just run it right up the middle. Just see what happens, you know? See if your guys can win it. Get your guys some confidence, maybe. Cowboys will call timeout here. Mark Davis. All right, here we go. Dak Prescott in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the right. Williams the running back. CeeDee Lamb goes in motion right to left. Takes the snap. Quick throw underneath. CeeDee Lamb drops the touchdown. And it's incomplete. And the Raiders will take over with 3:56 to go. But yeah, this game is certainly over. So we're going to get out of here. Appreciate all of you that hung out today. Thanks for everybody that's commented, the likes buttons, all that good stuff. It's been a pleasure. We will see you guys next time. Hit the like button, subscribe button, all that good stuff. And until next time,